Welcome everyone to Online Asynchronous Econ 201, Introduction to Microeconomics. My name is Professor Maupin. I'll be teaching you this semester here to help support you. And I wanted to do a quick video going over our campus shell on eCampus, talking about the Pearson textbook and Pearson learning system, just introducing you to the basics, especially if this is your first semester here at WVU. I often find this very useful to see things for yourself, rather than going through it on your own. So, really quickly, here's the course home for our shell, or rather the Start Here section of our eCampus shell. Here you'll find our syllabus, a little introduction about me, a little bit of information about the class, and especially important information about getting access to the course material and the exams. For this semester, we're using a new book from Pearson, and it's both a good book in terms of it's accessible and easy to read, but also because it comes with an online shell, an online learning platform that I think you will find very helpful as you study this material. So you absolutely need to have access to the textbook and to the learning platform, whether you purchase it yourself or if you're using the new program where you purchase everything up front. You should receive through your email from the WVU bookstore an access code, and then using that you can create a account with Pearson My Lab and enter the access code to sync your Blackboard WVU account to your Pearson account. How you do that is on the left-hand side here, you'll see your textbooks and supplementary materials. And when you use that link, that will bring you here. There's a couple of other things real quick for you. But here, this is the important one. When you click your content link for Econ 201, that will take you to the Pearson My Lab, where your textbook, homework, and assessments will be available. Before we leave eCampus, however, I want to also highlight the live help link. Here I have my email and the section from the syllabus about communications policy, as well as a link to my office hours. Right now my plan is to hold office hours on Wednesday and Thursday for a couple hours each day. Come in and ask whatever questions you need. Eventually I will also post here information about other office hours that you can be a part of from other WVU professors who are teaching this course. So while they won't be able to help you with questions about grade or anything like that, they can and will be happy to help you with questions about content. So I will post that here as well. All right, so now going back to here, if you click on the link for Econ 201 and after you've synced up your accounts, you will be brought to our course shell. And our course shell has a couple of different extremely useful things. First, it has the textbook. Here in the Pearson e-textbook section, you get access to your textbook. And not only can you use it in browser online, but you can also download the Pearson Plus app, log in with the same account that you use to set up your Pearson account, and you can use that to browse your textbook on your phone, on a tablet, something like that, if you don't want to have to use your internet browser all the time. The online textbook is extremely useful. Here, you'll be able to open up your the e-textbook, as well as you can see the different topics that we're going to be covering. And so you can go through the topics one at a time. If you're looking for specific topics, this is organized by the table of contents, so you can click through directly to whatever topic you want to look at. It has a whole suite of available study tools that can help you as you go as well. We'll have lots of videos and other useful information. So that is super helpful as well. If we look at the textbook itself, You'll find over here on the side, you can search through the textbook, you can take notes, you can create flashcards, and there's a whole set of accessibility settings, like here under display settings for color modes, text size, font options, extra character spacing. So let's just go to a random page. Right, and if we adjust these settings, you can see that we have much more space between the lines. We can increase the text size. So super useful if you prefer reading in dark mode, you can do that as well. So I think that hopefully you will find that flexibility extremely useful. The other thing that we have here is this AI study tool assistant. This allows you to kind of ask some basic questions. This AI assistant is only looking through our textbook. So it's not pulling from the wider internet or other materials. It's only pulling from our textbook. You can use it to help if you want to get some like study questions, some practice questions. It can pull practice questions from the text to kind of help you get through. So something to play around with. Obviously, this is not a supplement to if you're really stuck coming to office hours, email me, asking me questions, but you might find it useful. And the fact that it's built in is really handy. Now, as far as actual assessments for our class, we have a couple different types of homework that you'll see. Some of the homework that you'll see is something like this, where unfortunately the top of the screen is cut off just a little bit in my recording, but this one is apply chapter 1 worksheet, or it might be practice, or it might have a video of some kind. These sorts of homeworks are not part of your grade for the end of the semester. These are here for you to use as tools as you're studying. So for instance, if we use this one, a worksheet that you can use to help you study. And other ones will, like I mentioned, have videos, etc. The homework that you are being graded on are the dynamic study modules. This is the first one that you are assigned for. It says graded, so it's extremely clear that this is part of your final grade. And what these allow us to do is, as you go through these, it allows it to be customized to how you're doing. Because sometimes there are certain topics that you ace, as you're studying for a class, and sometimes there's a topic that for some reason just doesn't click with you. And what the power of these dynamic study modules is that they allow the material to come sort of at your own pace. How the dynamic study module works is that it will ask you a series of questions directly related to the module or the chapter that we're covering, and for each question, you'll have the option to provide your answer. Either I firmly believe that this is the answer, I'm uncertain if this is the answer, or I feel like I have no idea. And what that means that by giving your kind of confidence in how well you think you know the content, that will allow it to dynamically adjust what it introduces to you next. And so I think this is going to be a really awesome tool. This is, like I mentioned, the first time you're using this new system, so there will be kinks and things. I'm not as familiar with this system as I would like to be yet, so we'll work through this together, but I believe it will help us out tremendously this semester as you're learning this material. So I hope you're excited for the semester. I hope you're looking forward to this class and learning about economics, because it's an important topic that is touching our entire lives, especially now in an election cycle, especially now in an election year. We're going to be hearing a lot about the economy, so hopefully you will find this course very interesting.